And we are live. Welcome to the George Wine-ing show. I hope someone gets it.
I didn't get it.
I know you didn't get it.
Well, not everybody else knows that I didn't get it.
Why not do it yourself?
Crap.
With Wix.
They do now.
Create your own.
Stupid thing. Broadcast went on. I should pause this when I'm broadcasting. Okay, so there's only 3 of us, so I'm just gonna go with what I'm working on. I cracked open a new kit today because I had just finished a resin figure kit right here. This was pretty quick build. So this is the high grade or HG. It's not even. Is it even HG? Oh, it's HG. It's the Zaku 1 from Thunderbolt. So probably gonna do a couple mods to this thing. Right now, just kind of snapping it together and fixing seam lines as I go along with it. Hey, look, Angel joined and Matt joined. Oh, cool. So we'll go back to those guys in a bit. Mike Wine. Damn, now we can't call this the George Wine-ing show.
No, not anymore. Oh well, it was good while it lasted. So I'm still working on this 1/100. And I just went through the first wave of primer on most of the newer parts here. That I've primed them, I'm finding little imperfections, quite a bit of flashing on some of these parts. So I'm just going through cleaning them up before I reprime and go again, start painting. So that's what I'm doing.
So we'll go back to you, George.
Hello. I'm working on this crash shield for my Gelgoog. I don't remember, like, I think somebody suggested it, and I was like, nah, I don't want to make it too much like the Gelgoog Marine if I'm not actually going to make it the Gelgoog Marine. But now it has the backpack and the shield, so it's getting kind of Gelgoog Marine in here.
I don't see a problem with that though.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all right, how to put it? It's like when I do the Gelgoog Marine, I want to do it proper. Like I don't know.
Stop.
Huh?
Stop.
What'd you say?
I called you a snob.
Snob. Oh, yeah, a little bit. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just when I do make a Gelgoog Marine, I don't want this to like steal its thunder or something. I don't know. Just yeah, it's like this is a regular Gelgoog, and I'm giving it all Gelgoog Marine stuff. So it's like, well, that's like the Gelgoog Marines thing. I don't know. But yeah. So what'd you say?
I said it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, whatever. It'll be fun. So yeah, I just I built this out of a bunch of styrene. Used yeah, one of these duplicator things. Used it to cut most of the plates that went into building it. Stuck it together, and right now I'm patching up this edge here because when I put it together, I didn't account for all this material that I'd be removing. So I wound up with a little gap there, and so I need to solidify that a bit. And then there's spikes. Sorry, what?
What did you use as a filler?
As a filler, well, basically, all right. So the outer surface of the shield is built out of 2 1mm plates, and those are just solid plates all the way around. Then, to make it not entirely solid plastic, I used 3mm square strips to build up a little bit of volume, and that's those here, and that's kind of a frame around the outline, and then I have like a couple strips down the middle to give it more support, so it's not all squishy. And then just another 1mm plate on the inner surface. And so I've begun adding these details to the to the inner surface. There's various other things, not all of which are on the high-grade shield, but there's supposed to be like a few holes on the corners here, and a series of holes down here, and all kinds of panel lines on the back side and stuff. So I got a fair bit to do. Spikes too, got to do the spikes.
So we're gonna see this finished in like 4 years.
I wouldn't hold my breath. I mean, that's awfully optimistic, Clem. I mean, come on, this is me, man.
I know. I was hoping.
You were being very, very kind, Clem. Very generous with your estimate, and I appreciate that. That's a show of respect, and I appreciate that. Like right from the bottom of my heart, I can't overemphasize that.
Oh, so thick in here.
It's getting deep.
All right, Matt, you're up.
Oh, I'm up. What's up, guys? So, just doing a parts check on this number right here.
Oh, cool.
So, if you've never ordered from GK Models, do it. The casting on this is flawless. It's a recast.
Yeah,
So
I saw originals at Votes when they're here at Anime Expo.
yeah, this is from Volks. Even the instruction manual is really nice. It's made a direct copy of the original. Casting's flawless. I mean, really, GK Models. I pinned this girl together the other day. I'm like in a crazy like pinning and prepping mode for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just like obsessed with pinning kits right now. So
I have that kit.
I pinned her the other night, and as complicated as she looks, it was actually really easy. And this kit didn't come with any instructions.
I have that kit.
Yeah, it's really cool. I was surprised at how well she stands, considering all that's going on, but it's balanced really, really well. I love the hair on it. Again, casting on this is like really it took me literally like 10 minutes to clean up her body. The hair's a little more difficult because you got all those ridges, but this is really I really like the whole like flow of everything that's going on with her. But I'm kind of in this like I don't know. I've just been pinning and priming a lot lately for some reason. I haven't been in the mood to paint. I've been in the mood to assemble. So that's what I've been doing lately. So I'm just doing a parts check on her, and then I'll start pinning her tonight. I mean, literally, I was able to kind of dry fit her together last night pretty easily. So, but she's big. She's like 14 inches tall.
Yeah.
So,
You and your big kits.
yeah. But
No, didn't you just get a 140 or a 148 Bang doll or something like that? Or?
yeah, I got that from that's a recast, and it's I got that really cheap. But yeah, that thing's like with the spire, it's like 80 centimeters tall. So it's just like it's like 2.5 feet, like 33 inches, I think. Yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but I don't have to worry about that yet. I'll worry about it later.
That's not cool.
So yeah, parts checks.
Yeah, it's good that everyone's on. You're on a figure kit. I just got kicked. I just got done with the figure kit myself.
Yeah, I did that first one last year, and then and it was relatively simple because all I had to do was really paint the face. And then after I got a gold on that Wonderfest, it's like kind of sparked a real interest in doing figures and kind of doing some more of those. And so yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's cool.
Very cool. Let's go over to Angel. Let's unmute his ass. Hello, Angel.
Hello.
Looks like he's painting.
Well, I primered a lot of the pieces that I was working on, like with the styrene stuff. So now I'm just kind of going through them, making sure I don't have any open spots. And then if I do, I have this dissolve putty that I'm just gonna just fill those spots with.
Cool.
So it's just kind of like just checking, make sure I don't have any.
You're gonna finish in like 2 weeks, is it?
Yeah.
2.5 weeks? Is
Yeah.
that what we have?
Yeah, it'll be done.
Yay, Otakon! George, coming down?
No.
I have to ask. All right, let's go back to Mr. Wine.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just still cleaning these parts up. It's kind of funny. I tried to do a lot of this before I primed it, but a lot of those little imperfections show up. But there's the way they molded these right along this ridge line. You couldn't really see it until after you primed it.
What's up?
So, like a seam.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 plus me.
Huh?
I'm talking to my daughter. She's asking where my friends are. And I'm pointing at the screen.
So I got my little magnifier on here so I can really see. And
I don't want to do that.
I can hear you.
flashing lines and
Someone else is talking.
ready to prime them again.
I like the mic to step on.
I'm just checking parts right now.
What was that?
You got stepped on that. And your microphone's really low and everything.
The mic's low?
I don't want to go to bed.
You guys can watch your tablets for a little bit in bed if you'd like.
Somebody is echoing pretty bad.
I think it's Matt.
Is it me? I'm sorry.
That's
I'll just shut up.
That's what you get for building a room in your house now. Now you got traffic.
Yeah, I got traffic. I can either sweat my balls off or I can have occasional interruptions.
Yeah, how is it in Texas right now? Is it pretty
It's just now starting having 100-degree weather. 100-degree days lately.
Yeah, it's hot as balls out here.
It's hot everywhere, from what I understand.
it's stupid hot.
Angel
Yeah.
loves this crappy weather.
I really hate summer. I'm not a fan of the sun or the heat.
That's all Angel. He loves this shit.
He likes the heat.
Yeah.
Most Mexicans do.
It's a Mexican thing. He feels
Oh,
like
man, yeah. There you go.
Most folks like to eat.
Well, they call them wetbacks, so they obviously like to stay cool.
Oh, man. This is wrong.
That's funny. Messed up.
So are we going to get any gratuitous crotch shots tonight, man?
For me?
You guys want here? I can
Oh, no.
I can give you an upskirt shot.
There you go. Little pink underwear.
Camel toe, if you look closely enough.
Here you go. That's the only crotch shot you'll get from me tonight.
Oh, there's a little.
There's her panties.
Does she have a camel toe?
Yeah, she does.
A little bit.
If it's a big camel toe, that's a man.
That's why I pay the big bucks, man. You want it realistic.
That's a moose knuckle.
So what?
A moose knuckle.
A moose knuckle. Oh, that's funny. I'm glad my daughter left. I try to explain that one to her. Daddy,
What's the moose knuckle, Daddy?
I'll let Michael explain that to you.
No, you don't want me to do that. No.
Back to watching George. Oh, George changes his view. That's an interesting view, George.
Isn't it just, though?
Oh, I think so. I can see into your lap.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious what your entire workspace looks like.
A huge mess.
Is that a drill press?
Yes, it is.
How much was that?
I don't remember. A couple hundred.
Damn.
Little mini one?
Yeah, it's just one of the little micro mark ones.
Pretty nice.
That's a dangerous website,
Sure is.
man.
What's it called?
Micromark.
I have to go check it out.
No, you don't.
Yeah, don't check it out.
Do not look at my promo.
Yeah, don't check it out. You'll walk away
especially
spending
you, Mike.
thousands.
What do you say, Angel?
Especially you.
What?
Ooh, I can use that. Ooh, I can use that.
Yeah.
Hey, my photo booth is showing up tomorrow.
You actually bought a photo booth?
Yes, I did.
Who are you, Dan?
No. I just didn't want to hear you anymore. Complain about it.
All you needed to do was get a sheet of like construction paper, and it resolves your issues.
I did. I got 4 colors now.
It came with 4 colors.
Comes with some nice lights that won't get too hot. It's 24 by 24. Small enough to fit on the table, but big enough for most kids.
Save you money, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, this is gonna have to be modified. Bucks.
What are you gonna modify?
So, these HG kits or HGUC kits or whatever, they have this little face piece here like that, right? An eyepiece, and it's really lacking in detail. Just together like that, it's kind of lame looking. So that means you're gonna have to drill out that, and I don't know, maybe add a light, or just add some detail to that piece here. Because this is really boring looking.
Yeah, I didn't really look at that Origins kit that I have. Yeah.
Oh, they all have eyes and crap. Angel's moving around. Look at what he's doing.
Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
if you go to Micromark, you end up with one of these.
End up with one of what?
One of these.
What is that?
Mini miter saw.
Yes.
God damn it!
That's awesome, man. A little chop saw.
Alright, Angel, how much is that?
It was like $50.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Nah.
It actually comes with the saw part.
Comes with what?
It's actually, it's all part of it. It's saw. So does it come with separate blades?
You know, there's like a lot of echo, and I can barely understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I hadn't really noticed.
No, it's Matt that's echoing, so I muted his ass.
Okay, what were you
It
saying?
was pretty much echoing everybody.
No, I think it was Matt that was echoing, so that's his fault. I muted him. And
Does seem to have stopped.
well, if Matt wants to say something, he could like raise his hand. Or send an email like Dan did.
So anyway, Angel, the question was, did it come with separate blades?
No, I just came with the one.
Well, that
And
kinda
what is
sucks.
it good? What is it good for cutting? Just plastic or wood, little light wood or what?
Yeah, plastic, light wood.
How big are the teeth on the blade? Or is it pretty fine?
It's a decent size. I don't know if you can see that. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see it.
Does it have multiple speeds?
This one just has one.
Can you cut fingers?
What's that?
Can you slice fingers off?
Probably could.
Sounds like something I would do.
It has
Go
two
for it.
speeds. Cut and don't cut.
No, not intentionally. I wouldn't. I don't cut my fingers intentionally. Because I'm retarded.
Well, you know, Clem, I understand that every now and then you need a little bit of extra attention,
Yes.
and so you might cut your fingers.
Oh, I just answered the wrong question sometimes. Call back to Spies Like Us comment from last show that no one got. Thanks.
You're old, man.
I know.
Something going on in the chat.
Now there is.
Was there? Great.
Yay, no echo. Yeah, we muted Echo Boy. Go back to Mr. Wine to see how amazingly well sanded his kits are.
Yeah, this is probably the first time I've spent more time doing this, but it's definitely not Bandai for sure, you know. But it's their molds are pretty good. It's just I think it's almost creating seam lines, you know, where you can kind of see where the mold halves came together in some places. So that's
What?
all it is. I mean,
It's
this
like
is
working on a real model.
well, it's like working on a what?
It's like working on a real model.
Yeah, old school, right? See, this part is part of the front of the foot, like right above the foot, but it actually consists of 3 pieces that you have to glue together, and there's just like a little tab inside. There's no pins or anything. It's just you got to line up the tabs and glue it, hold it. But you know, like along the edges of it, it'll be raised up a little bit. I don't know if that's just from pulling it out of the mold. What? Haven't done. Now it's going to be too hard to see, but it's primarily on the edges of some of these, and then I was talking about earlier the shoulder. Right along these ridges, that's where they did the mold line. So it's disguised pretty nicely, but you can still see it once you prime it. So that's why I had to take those edges off.
Sort of doing something sort of interesting. Let's see if I could do this properly. Ooh, zoom in. So let's see here. Where's my camera at? Drop it down. There we go. So I have this eyepiece that I kind of worked on. I drilled a hole through this. Now what I want to do is I want to add a piece of metal color detail, which I have like a bunch of. You see in here. Now, the size of this, you should always take some calipers and kind of measure the size of these detail pieces. That way I know what size drill bit to use. And you have to be careful when you're drilling into some of this plastic that you don't take out too much plastic and destroy your parts. That's one of the risks you take when you're doing something like this. So what I want is I'm actually going to take off this tab here because I don't need to have it moving when I'm have this thing installed. So now that I have this wide hole, I want to kind of stick this collar piece in here, and I want the collar piece to be inset a little bit. So I don't want to make it a little wider. So what I can do is I can take a file and carefully sand that wider. Anyone keeping an eye on chat and for anyone that has questions?
No.
Okay, George, you're doing it.
Someone's asking for the PowerPoints from the panel.
Oh crap! Yeah, that's right. We have to. We'll upload that. Actually, you know what? I could upload that pretty soon. Is that Freddie that joined us?
I was wondering how long it would take you guys to notice I joined.
Well, we're not paying attention to the chat, so. Alright, Freddie, talk. Your turn.
I don't want to talk. Still working on my diorama here. Just putting the finishing touches on this thing here so I can start covering with plaster. Then I'm going to move on to lighting up the gray iron.
Cool. I saw your post about the drill. So are you going to demo that for us a little later on?
I can do it right now. Just a second here.
Now, ladies, don't get excited.
It's not as loud anymore. I toned it down.
Is it that fast? He fell over.
Hopefully I'm not crossing any wires here. Should be okay. And it's not working.
Oh, I swear to God, we live for this stuff.
Okay, here we go.
So when it's on display, people will just walk by and they'll flick it and it'll spin a little bit.
No, I think the battery's down. Okay, go back to someone else while I fix this.
That's all right. Go back to Matt and see if he's still.
I try to see who's left.
Drilling holes, man. I'm gonna pin this base together first, so she has something to sit on. It's just 3 pieces. It's pretty simple. So I'm drilling a 3/32 hole through this piece. I've got some other holes right here. I'm gonna put some epoxy in just to give it a better grip. And then down here I've got the mating hole for the pin, and then some additional holes around the edge for the epoxy. And then that'll never come apart. So I have a 1/8 inch hole. I'm gonna use a 3/32 rod. So the rod's a little bit smaller in the hole, just gives me some play. And also be super accurate with the pin. So I'm gonna glue those together. And I always rough up my brass pins before I glue them because
Better grip.
tends to grip better. I've had pins pull out before that weren't scuffed up, so I've kind of learned my lesson that I just kind of rough them up a little bit with my metal file, and it just gives them some tooth and something for the glue to grip into. It just takes a second, so that's about it for that.
I don't think you have a big enough file.
Pretty big. Pretty big. I use a power drill as much as I can when I'm pinning because my hands get tired pretty quick.
Same here.
I did get myself a little cordless Dremel, which has been really handy lately. One less cord on the bench.
Which Dremel?
It's the Micro 80 something. What is it? Dremel Micro. I forget the numbers. It's Dremel Micro. 8050.
Does it look like this guy?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, this thing is awesome.
Yeah.
It's got,
I bought a bunch of these little teeny tiny bits specifically for getting into the hair of the figures to get the mold lines out and getting putty work, because it's just you end up obliterating any of the details if you try to do it with sandpaper. So I just got these are super tiny tips, but they get into those spaces. And the great thing about this is that the controls to vary the RPMs are really easy, and you can go really slow. 5,000 RPMs sounds high, but it's actually really slow when you're sanding, and it's perfect for delicate detail work, especially on resin that's soft and it'll bite into it pretty easily.
I was gonna show this Dremel tool here I have, and again it's got a really low setting on this.
Yeah.
So if I drop it all the way down, I can actually go through plastic without melting it.
Without melting, exactly.
I could do that without melting it. It's not spinning fast enough to melt it, which is really nice. So for you guys that are like to use Dremel tools, this is a really good.
Yeah, it's a good investment.
Yeah. My wife uses this to cut my dog's nails. So
Oh yeah.
the reason why we got it is a nail sander.
Alright, got the drill working.
You got the drill working?
Yep.
There we go.
There we go. if you guys can actually see it though.
Yeah. I can hear it.
Go. Yeah, just basically had to redo the whole ankle joint that it came in. Just pull this off here. So this is the regular ankle that it comes with. And here is my modded one. So basically just took a little rod of styrene, used that to house the motor for this. I'm using a little sulfur vibration motor. Mounted it to the little drill part. Cut out some of the pieces here. Show for example here. And cut off that little ball joint and a little connection piece for the ankle armor and just glued them on. And it works pretty good.
This is going to be done by SCGMC as we shamelessly plug it.
Yes, it will be done by then.
Cool.
I'm not going to do much else to the actual models besides just fucking them up and doing some battle damage.
Alright, so I've gotten a little. Here. I've gotten the detail or model I drilled out, and you could sort of see. Hopefully, you can see that.
Yeah. So what's that in there? I wasn't paying attention when you told us before.
It's these metal beads I have here.
Ah.
So I just drilled a hole and threw that in there, and that acts as a little bit more of a detail piece, and it's very, very simple, mod to do. And I could probably add a light to that, but probably not. I've not decided what I want to do with this guy yet. I do like the Zaku 1. Very simplistic looking kit. But since this is a Thunderbolt kit, I do plan on doing a few more other mods to it, but I have to kind of get this put together so I can have a better idea of what I want to do to this guy.
How are you feeling about those crinkly joints?
Oh, these things? Oh, these things are horrible. Yeah.
Don't like them?
No, because yeah, these things are horrible. I like the idea, but I will definitely have to fill this. I don't know. I haven't decided how I want to do that yet. I do like the idea of the the wrap. It's almost a desert feel to that.
Hmm. But so is it just like the seam between the parts that you don't like?
Yeah. Well, I don't like that. There's no way to do this perfectly. I mean, these are plastic.
Right.
So, this would have to fix pose it, because if I want to make it look, looks halfway decent, it would have to be fixed posed.
Right. Yeah.
Horrible. I mean, the fact that they're in halves. I mean, there's no way to make this look decent.
Yeah. Well, I did some work on the Zaku too. If I can find it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like probably just wasted effort, but I did some work on making the knee joint on that one posable. But without the seam.
How much work did you have to do?
Too much.
See, I'm lazy. I don't want to do any work.
Well, they do say laziness is a virtue.
No, they
It
don't.
motivates people. Well, some people do. It's something that they say about Perl programmers and stuff. Is laziness is a virtue because it motivates you to come up with elegant solutions.
Pro programmers.
I know, right? Hell's wrong with them? Wait, I know what's wrong with them. They're programming Perl.
Exactly. We'll get that.
One of my clients from work is all proud of himself because he's barely learning Perl. Like, it's a bit dead at this point.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, WordPress is programmed in Perl, isn't it?
No, PHP.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I interviewed at a couple places that were not really Perl shops, but they were fairly. They didn't give a crap what people wrote their stuff in as long as it worked. It's that kind of place.
That's awesome. That's a place I want to work at. Let's see here. What is Angel doing now? Angel, are you there? Let's unmute his ass. I can't. Oh, there we go.
I was just checking the comments right now.
His ass. What are we gonna hear?
So I'm just going through and sending out all the stuff that I put on. So it's pretty dry now. This heat helps how it dry pretty quick. So I'm just going through, sanding it up, and getting ready for another round of primer here soon.
Let's go back to Echo 1. That was a lot. North. Let's go to wine.
Still sanding.
Can you do anything exciting?
Oh no, this is as good as it gets today.
George is reading a magazine.
Well, this
Well, I'm almost done, so after
Mobile
this,
Suit Illustrated. It's reference. Just looking at pictures of the shield mostly. And wouldn't you know it, there's a picture of a Jim getting hit in the face with a crash shield. So pretty much exactly what I'm doing. Oh well, that's what it's for, right?
Yeah. So, aren't you glad you listened to the people on the chat for suggestions?
Usually not.
I don't think there's enough people on the chat to argue your point today.
I know, it's such a sad turnout. You bunch of losers.
And it's the middle of summer. They're out like playing Pokemon.
0 people watching now.
Awesome. We frightened them all off. So we're doing this for our own sake, which is
there's nobody watching.
There's 5.
There's well, I mean, how many of those are us? Like I'm on there watching the chat. Probably 1 or 2 more of us on there watching the chat, right?
I'm watching the chat.
So this is just very, self-absorbed and narcissistic. Perfect. Well, I mean, technically, this is just us building and talking amongst ourselves, anyways. So
Yeah, that's true. Fuck
it's
'em.
an excuse. It's an excuse to build. Some of us only build when we have our chats.
Yeah,
Right,
well.
George?
Hey, I built a whole crash shield yesterday.
And that was not posted on you should have done it today, damn it.
I guess, but then I wouldn't be able to do all this wonderful post work. Still got to make spikes, man. You know how exciting it is when you get to make spikes?
Yeah, buy
Best thing.
aftermarket ones and cast them.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
Much easier and much lazier.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it doesn't look right though.
What, the plastic or resin casted ones?
Well, most of the aftermarket ones I've seen, it's like, you know, different spikes have different particular looks, right?
Here, let me grab a couple spikes out.
Not going to be a set that's like perfect for every job.
There's a set of spikes. They're a little heavy though.
Can't see ya.
Yeah, are you doing you're doing 1/100, right?
Yes.
So, can you see these spikes?
Yeah.
The brass color.
Yeah. I have these and I have different others. I can't find. Oh, there we go. Oh, I took the spikes. I left the bases. Never mind. I really should learn to resin cast every metal piece I get. Hey, it looks like Max back. Let's watch Max.
I just have this all glued together now. And so it's interesting because this is the backside of her skirt, and that's actually the part that pegs into this base. It's kind of interesting how it works. So it goes in like that. Hard to see. 'Cause
Is this a bust kit or is it full body?
no, it's a full body.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's freaking big. This is one leg right here.
She's got legs.
Yeah, so one leg is 11 inches. There's a joke there.
Yeah.
But this thing is engineered really well. It's really. I was looking at it and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have to go through and paint, do a reverse wash technique on all these gold pieces, but they're all casted individually. So it's really well engineered. There's a ton of pieces about 90 pieces, but they made it so it's easy to paint. So it's kind of nice.
Oh yeah, the original's molded in color.
Yeah. Well, in the instructions it shows the parts in color.
Because the figure kit I just finished was molded in color.
I don't really understand the whole concept behind colored resin because it's got to get painted anyway. But
well,
whatever.
You built a Bandai kit, right?
Oh yeah.
These are all molded in color as well.
Well, that's a little different though.
Well, they're trying to make it as
really meaningless.
They're marketing towards 9-year-olds.
I don't think there should be 9-year-olds building that kit you're working on.
No.
Or 9-year-olds that have the money to buy some of these kits.
Bandai kits.
Oh,
You know?
okay. You're right. Don't put our kids that way.
There's a local group that I go to every once in a while. It's a Gundam building group, and it's a bunch of college kids. And there's one kid that shows up every time. It's this binder. It's like this thick. And like, what's that? It's like those are all the kids I finished. And I go, oh really? He's like, yeah. And so it's like, you painted that many kids? It's like, no, I don't paint them. It's like, oh. So and I'm like, oh. So I'm like, oh, they're not done? He goes, no, they're done. I go, okay.
Oh, they're not done? Yeah.
And he carts that thing. He carts his binder wherever he goes. And he thinks it's an accomplishment that he's snapped like 100 kits. I'm like, if that's what blows your shirt up, go for it. So, what am I to say? It's not my place to say.
Oh, dang it.
Exactly.
You at least stand the nubs off?
This world needs snappers too.
This world needs snappers too? No, we don't. I'm just kidding.
Where's the freedom in that?
What's what?
Where's the freedom in that?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's coming out this year, isn't it?
Little pop. Alright, let's see here. Let's go back to messing with Freddy. Freddy has something sitting on top of something else.
Yeah, just have it on there to so it dries a little bit.
I'm always amazed at how clean Freddy's workshop is.
I'm cleaning it right now so I can start soldering.
Hold on, let me... You're cleaning so you can do what?
So I can solder.
Ah.
Clean your workspace before you solder?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then you're just gonna have to...
Working on cork, so it's all dusty and shit. And
Oh yeah, you suck ass. I'm starting to dislike this kit.
which kit?
This is the Zaku 1 Thunderbolt.
So what's happening with it now?
Go ahead. Let me prostrate myself.
Man, that's between you and your doctor, okay?
Yes. So these wrapped pieces. At least this is like can be seamed up pretty nicely. It's just a matter of sanding it down once I'm done. Once this is solid. So much for these HG kits being very teamline friendly.
Well, it varies from kit to kit, right?
This is true. This is a Zaku 1, so you'd expect it to be just riddled with seams. So see that, kids?
Someone meowing.
Meow?
It's my cat.
Oh,
My cat being annoying.
oh,
Well, after-
annoying cat.
After steaming is better than barking dogs. After steaming this up, I'm just gonna hold it with paper clips and let it sit for overnight. I will cure it enough that I could go and sand it next. I don't even know why I bothered clipping off the pegs. Oh, yes, I do know why. Because when you go in and put these things together, there's enough friction for this that it might snap glue back at you. And I've had glue hit my eye before. It sucked.
So you got any specific plans in mind for this Zaku clam?
Not yet. I haven't thought it through yet.
Hmm.
I'm not much of a planner. I just kind of build and whatever looks right I start doing, which is usually doesn't work out well because sometimes you don't plan enough and it just looks like shit when you put it together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this sucks. It's a seam line over a seam line. Mother.
Where's this seam line over a seam line?
So look, you have this arm piece. Oh, this piece goes inside this arm piece, right?
Okay.
So that's technically there. Let me cut this piece out. Oh, this is gonna suck ass. This is gonna have to be pink stages too. Yeah, but you know what? I'm not building shit like Mike Wine is, so I should be thankful.
So,
Yeah.
is anyone going to get the full armor Gundam, the new Master Grade?
Which
The
one?
what?
I plan on it, yeah, for sure. The full armor?
This?
Burka?
Oh, full
What are you
armor?
talking about?
Yeah, the full armor.
Thunderbolt full armor?
Yeah, I'll get it.
I'd like to get it at some point. I'm not exactly in a hurry to do so.
This is the Thunderbolt one, right?
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Oh, how come?
I don't know. Just I think like every other Thunderbolt kit, it's one of those things that's too many weapons, all that happy crap on it.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to end up getting it. I just don't want to deal with all those thrusters.
What is Mike Wine screaming about?
No, I was saying commenting on you when you were talking complaining about your kid. I said it's all bullshit.
Yes, it's all bullshit.
Bullshit. Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, so back to that comment about the steam on the seam here. Let's go. So you have this seam right here, right? And this goes into this part, like so. And there's a seam here. Motherfucker.
So you're saying there's a seam on the orange part and on the gray part?
Yes.
Ah.
So which means you have to fix this first, and then paint this. Well, that's build styles, I guess. But I would probably paint this, stick this in here, mask it off, and then seam up this guy and work on this. Oh, that sucks ass.
You know, I think I may have also come up with a mod to make that that elbow sleeve removable too.
Yeah, that requires cutting.
Yeah,
Granted,
it's not always worth it, but you know, it can be helpful sometimes. I have no idea where that kid is right now. Meow.
Yeah,
Put the pussy down.
It is down, that's why it's meowing.
get that pussy up.
Put the pussy down.
Okay.
Now. Yeah.
There, shut up. Pick you up.
Shut up.
Has your cat ever
Son
beat
of a
up or
bitch.
kits?
Has my cat ever what?
Beat up or eaten your kits?
They've stolen parts from my kids.
Nice.
My try burning Gundam is in a fixed pose because they stole the hip joints for it.
That's awesome.
Found one of them, but the other one's still missing. Oh, and they stole the head for him too.
Further reinforcing my belief that cats are dicks.
No, they are.
Cats are dicks.
Cats are assholes. Awesome.
Stop yelling.
Don't get me started.
Thank God I'm allergic.
Cats are good for a few things.
Microwaves.
Well, that's another one I haven't thought of. Good for feeding my dogs, checking the traction of my tires, disposing of engine coolant. That's a good one. It's delicious. They love it.
Here, drink this.
Yeah. I mean, it just crystallizes their blood and kills them. But that's as long as they get rid of my engine coolant, I'm good. I'm kidding. I don't condone the killing of cats.
However,
they are dicks.
Bitch. Oh, this is like building a real model, man. God damn it.
You mean like a Volkswagen?
Oh, Volks kit shook the box and came together. That Volks kit was awesome.
Well, no, I'm talking about this Volkswagen, not your resin.
Well, screw your Volks kit. Your Volks kit is just facts.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. I bet.
So I wonder if anyone on the chat is going to Otakon.
That's a good question. We should ask them.
Hey, chat folk, any of you guys going to Otakon?
I'd like to go.
And no one's replying.
Well, we'd have to have people watching to reply.
It's up to 9 now.
Okay, right now.
Holy shit!
Really? I only see 4.
There's not 9 of us on the broadcast.
What does that mean?
That's usually if there's 9 of us on the broadcast, there's 9 of us watching.
Yeah. Exactly.
Damn it, I'm doing everywhere. I'm getting glue everywhere.
Glue?
Yeah.
Sure. Ooh. Whatever you say, Clem.
Well, it's a new bottle. Ah, fuck you guys. Let's go back to making fun of George.
Sounds like a good time.
So are you drilling holes into the shield right now? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I just spent a bunch of time. Well, first off, I had to prop up the shield a little bit because the part that's hanging off the back here was kind of getting caught up in the XY table mechanism, so I had to raise it up to clear it. Then I spent some time centering this mark in the middle so that the XY table would be centered, so that I could make my measurements on either side.
Don't screw up.
What'd you say?
Don't screw up.
Man, if I worried about screwing up, I wouldn't get anything done. So it'd be totally different from my usual productive self.
I have a crappy drill press. I kind of like the way you have it. So, George, does your drill press come with the drill?
Does my drill press come with a drill?
I mean, it's just a press, or does it have a separate drill attachment, or?
Oh, no, the drill is built into the drill press.
I'm seeing if looks like Strider Prime is interested in going to Baltimore since he can't go to New York CC.
Do it.
So, do you have a foot pedal for that thing too?
I do. Yeah, I kind of had to dig it out because a lot of stuff has been shuffled kind of under my desk. But yeah, kind of when the space is a little bit cleaner, it makes it super convenient. I can just grab the foot pedal and start drilling.
Are you actually using a foot pedal then?
I am right now, yeah.
Okay, cool. See, I'm paying attention.
Sometimes.